Good day, all my fellow future outlaws. I am your NAKK Double G, and this is your week's in-ring rundown. We're here tonight with a Kentucky Fried Raw, so grab that bottle of bourbon, forget that Dolph Ziggler ever made a better Colonel than the original, and prepare for the least most planned Raw of all time. I hope you like talk shows. This week on Cena Springers, Raw opens up with the goddess herself, who is wearing pants so tight that even Samus Aran would look at them and go, that's kind of a tight fit. But never mind her glory, she's here to tell us about the 4 men from Raw who will be competing in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Because why would you ever have qualifying matches for one of the most important pay-per-view events of the year? I could have sworn that maybe they've done something like that before. Oh wait, it's just every other year previous.
I didn't think it was possible, but I think Strowman's even bigger than last year.
His muscles got muscle.
You know, for once, Renee, you are damn well on point. Not even Scott Steiner had muscles there. What Sonic the Hedgehog should actually look like in the upcoming movie comes out introduced, proving that once and for all you need to do to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match is to be beaten cleanly by definitely not Rick Rude. Goddamn, I do love that theme music, though. Drew McDaddy Mike comes out next, followed shortly by Baron Corbin, whose list of achievements have grown so long that not even Alexa Bliss can read them off in a show that had maybe 2 things planned. Corbin takes the lead on the mic, doing his best impression of Vince McMahon the first time he met Rey Mysterio.
Did somebody say something? Oh, did your mommy let you out to play?
Drew claims that he is sick of outside forces always ruining his opportunities, which makes sense because he's totally not chosen the same 3 or 4 partners for about the past 8 months or so. His bitching is quickly put to rest as him and Corbin are challenged to a match by Braun and Ricochet.
I like that! Will this match be made official?
Well, I don't know, Cole. Surely they can't just interrupt all the important things that they had planned for the night. Never has a match just been made official that quickly with no build-up whatsoever. Are you fucking crazy? Officially, during the commercial break, this match has been made official by the officials. New Age Rey Mysterio does New Age Rey Mysterio-like things for much of this match before he is silenced by the obligatory rest holds and chin locks for 10 minutes. Not much attention is paid to this, though, as Baron Corbin and the ref get into a marital spat after Corbin spoiled the ending to the Avengers Endgame movie.
She followed up by squandering that opportunity.
Only a couple of people in the...
Michael Cole proves he's a 20-year veteran by showing us all what a simple shoulder tackle looks like.
Off the second move, and he got caught by Corbin! What a wicked right!
For nearly a year now, we've all wondered why the Claymore is such a powerful finisher. Well, I'm here to tell you with this breathtaking footage, we have finally revealed why.
Is on! And McIntyre with a Claymore!
Braun fed right into that.
Drew and Corbin get into a spat that no one could have ever predicted, and then he is laid out by a full power slam by the Braun one himself, and then a shooting star press by the Ricochet himself. I really do love that move, though. The Usos come out next singing their own theme song like R-Truth took over their minds or some shit. Seriously, never do that again. And then they just kind of awkwardly pace around the ring like they weren't supposed to come out yet, as Michael Cole reveals why he's just such a good commentator.
We can tell you this, the action heats up with the Usos in action. Live, next.
Welcome to the Good Brothers, home of the Good Brothers. May I take your pinfall? These 2 SmackDown teams come over to Raw to give you exciting new content, now with the color red. After seeing that color, Luke gives one of the Usos massive whiplash as a new challenger enters the ring. This shoe that no one seems to be doing anything about or paying attention to at all. Corey Graves wonders if there's any hope left for the Usos as Michael Cole reveals his true colors immediately.
They allow furloughs for good behavior in the Good Brother Penitentiary?
I doubt it.
After about 10 minutes of one Uso getting beat down, the other Uso gets the hot tag, putting Carl Anderson all out of sorts, delivering super kicks
in stereo.
Picking up the win with the big splash over Luke Gallows, proving that they totally are day one-ish. The Usos promised they were going to show us something we've never seen before. Corey remains hopeful as best he can, but his morale decreases by the second, causing Renee to try to cheer him up with a series of backflips.
I'm still waiting. There's still time. I'm hopeful. I'm losing hope by the second.
Don't do this facing the Usos. Are you crazy?
The Usos reveal their new video lesson series, Bath Time Revival, giving us tips on how to shave your best friend's back with minimal bleeding and scarring. And now this is nothing to laugh at. This is true brotherhood. True friendship. My God, I might even say it's true love. Unbeknownst to the rest of us, the Usos forgot to pay the Revival their half of the merchandise sales, causing them to storm out to the ramp and commit a violation of the highest degree.
And with considering the size of my arms and the absolute girth of my lats.
Excuse me, bitch?
Absolute girth of my lats.
Don't you fucking dare, that's mine.
Absolute girth.
Target acquired. The Revival flee from ringside by saying to the Usos what every woman has said to me every time my bank account was about to run out.
We're done with you for now.
It's time for the second of 3, yes, fucking 3 talk show segments of the night on tonight's episode of Raw, where the most awesome man of all time interviews a man who only talks in the third person now and apparently represents what you get when you break down The Rock's physique and mic skills to their most basic features. The Miz stirs Bobby's pot by claiming he hasn't lived up to his potential, that he hasn't gotten enough done in the year that he's been in the WWE. How will Bobby retort?
Potato.
Ah yes, the Bodato, the combination of Bo Dallas and your common household potato. Such a scathing remark causes the Miz to lash out, attacking the Lashley, causing us to wait, you guessed it, cutting to a commercial break and causing us to wonder if this will turn into an impromptu match. Wow, thank God these wrestlers have such short tempers so people would have noticed we didn't plan a fucking thing. Luckily this doesn't last long though, as we are interrupted by the best in the world, who does the best taunts in the world by dancing 50 feet away on the best ramp in the world, causing the Miz to do the best butthole mouth in the world. This best distraction in the world leads to the worst spear in the world, allowing the Lashley to pick up the win over the Miz. Shane shows off his masterful MMA skills by pelvic thrusting repeatedly as he grabs onto the Miz, proving once and for all that he was number 1 in line for Torrance Shipman's role in the 2000 hit movie Bring It On, before that bastard Kurtzen Dunst convinced him to try to take over WCW's Monday Night Nitro instead.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Shane ends the segment by showing off a small portion of his secret Cosby-like MMA training.
It's too bad you're unconscious right now.
Hey everyone, next up is the War Raiders. The Viking Experience. The Viking Raiders. The totally already fucked Raiders. Clasping each other's chits so fiercely that the Lucha House Party immediately start attacking them before the match begins. This momentum is quickly halted by the raiding experience of the Vikings by breaking Grand Metalik's neck and then accidentally defeating the rest of the Lucha House Party because they thought they were a pair of colorful balloons, so they threw them about 30 feet into the air. It was said that the crowd was completely dead for this match, but of course not because they didn't care, but because they didn't know who the fuck the Lucha House Party was actually fighting. The goddess herself is back at it again, out on the ramp introducing the women who will be in the Money in the Bank ladder match this year, because earning things is far from the best way to actually display actual competition. The temperature rises as Naomi is introduced next, giving us one of the most important bits of information we've ever been given on Raw.
And whoever the champion is gonna get all this glow.
Right here, I'm the champ. Me, right here, no one else. I'm the champ. I'm the champ. The Blissful One tells everyone to STFU as she reveals that she is the 4th combatant in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Naomi doesn't take lightly to this though and goats Alexa Bliss into a match with the worst faked giggles I've ever heard in my entire life. So instead of cutting to a commercial and coming back to an actual match, we're treated to the Firefly Funhouse, a secret place where all of our best friends lay, led by this man, Bob Wyatt. Bray Ross. It's still kind of up in the air. Either way, he's here to show us all how to express ourselves constructively with a happy little painting. With friends like Rambling the Rabbit, who talks like someone from the streets of Chicago in the early 1990s for some reason, and Abby the Witch, who may or may not be a sociopath. That is our word of the day, right?
Sociopath is the word of the day.
Ah, I knew it. Is there anything else I have to do, Bray?
Let me in.
Let me think about it. We cut back to the ring where thank fucking God another 2 superstars got upset and started fighting, or else they would have noticed we didn't plan anything. Where Alexa's shoes managed to become more untied than your 5-year-old brother on a Sunday afternoon. Which of course allows Naomi to dominate for much of the beginning of this match. And naturally with her expert vocal skills, Renee chimes in with this important information.
Nasty shoe comment, Naomi.
Oh, Corey, you know, you always
James.
Bliss gives Naomi a snapmare with about as much snap as a common Twizzler, making fun of Naomi's colored shoes, saying that they are so 2017. Naomi becomes enraged by this play, deciding to take away Alexa Bliss's shoes herself, and then she lays her out with the best move on the planet, and then the second best move on the planet, winning decisively like a woman. Seeing this tragic defeat, Corey is reminded of his thought process about the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie, no matter how good he hopes it actually is.
There's at least going to be an asterisk, perhaps a caveat.
Rey Mysterio is backstage with his massive fucking son, showing his recent interest in smoking 30 cigarettes at a time, managing to sound about as 70% as hoarse as Bret Hart when he talks. Don't worry though, this won't slow him down at all when he decides to fight Samoa Joe, I hear, later tonight. Caruso shows her DBZ-like attributes by instant transmissioning to the ring between these 2 segments without any hesitation whatsoever. Here to interview Becky Two Belts, because it took 35 years in a women's main event at WrestleMania for Vince to finally let people use the word belt again. Becky rambles on about challenging 2 opponents at Money in the Bank, claiming that nothing she does is on accident. You You sure about that? Becky's taunting doesn't last long though, as America the Beautiful shows up at the top of the ramp, with shoulders as wide as the sky is blue, attacking the Thigh Master herself. This leads to a pull-apart brawl where the refs actually do more than... Oh, please don't do that. Leading to Lacey Evans retreating to the back like a scalded dog. Seriously, her finisher needs to be the torture rack. Orange Man and Ryder are here to fight the Revival again because why not? As the commentators immediately cut off into a Make-A-Wish segment with former superstar Caitlyn. I can't wait for their new hit show. Tag teams are the new cruiserweights. The commentators show their respect for these wrestlers by becoming a large Italian family having dinner during Christmas time.
I don't know why you guys are all upset. It was a joke by the Usos.
I'm not upset.
I just don't think the camera
You're
should be in a
screaming.
public.
The Hawking Effect pick up the win with a backslide pin right before The Miz is shown backstage challenging Shane to a steel cage match. Surely one of the most brutal matches hidden behind the concept of keeping your opponent inside of a steel cage. And a door. Sami Zayn suddenly appears before the Kentucky crowd, here to educate us all with his amazing lessons about the human condition, claiming that us marks are psychologically entitled to believing we deserve better in the WWE, breaking the hearts of the tens of hundreds or so people that are actually watching tonight's episode. Stumbling about the ring though, Sami quickly realizes his mistake of using words with higher than 2 syllables in the state of Kentucky and flees. Samoa Joe comes out to the ring, gracing us all with his presence, with promo skills that put basically everyone in the backstage to shame. And then as I say that, this happens.
And rest assured, if you thought what I did to you at WrestleMania.
You know they say that a fuck up on the mic by Joe is that of like Haley's Comet. It only comes around once every 75 years. Rey and Joe have a nice little match because every Rey Mysterio match is pretty much the same. Before we're supposed to believe that a man who's 170 pounds was able to forcefully keep down a man 100 pounds bigger than him with a roll-up that definitely didn't take over 7 seconds to accomplish. Next up is the main event of the evening. A contract signing between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. 2 men considered to be the best in-ring performers in the world today. 2 men who will strive and fight for that honor. 2 men who will fight to the bitter end and surely become heated rivals over the course of the year. So how on earth will we contain all that passion and energy in the ring? What scathing remarks will these men have to say to one another?
Here's my question, Seth. How you holding up?
Oh, never mind. I guess I just wanted to catch up. And that's Raw, baby! I want to thank you all for watching. This has been your In-Ring Rundown, and I am the NIKK. Tune in next week where I hope someone comes to fight me because I definitely have nothing fucking planned. And of course, a shout out to all my patrons. I'm here anytime you need a hug. Or, you know, someone to help you finish that meal. This is my math, come on! Oh god! Telling me a cat, you know your worth! See ya! It's time for the second out of 3, yes fucking 3 talk show segments. 3 talk show segments. Corey Grace wonders if they're... Betty. I am a Betty. The combination of Bo Dallas and your comment, Idaho, potato. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Shane Egg. So of course, instead of coming back to an actual match, we're treated to the Firefly Hunt House. Sami Zayn comes out to the Kentucky crowd here to educate us. Ah yes, the Bodado, the combination of Bo Dallas. Thank you for subscribing. Fuck you for interrupting.